I am Mo Tuzano, the tabletop bellhop, your cardboard concierge, helping you make your game nights better. Well, tonight, what I'm hoping to do is let you know about this game. This is Castellans, a Valeria game, a game from Daily Magic Games that up until recently, until it was published, was called Castellans of Valeria. Daily Magic realized there's getting to be a bit of a brand confusion with their games. Is it the newest Valeria game? Is it an expansion? Is it not? So to differentiate them, Castellans is a standalone game. That's why it just says Castellans, and then at the bottom it's showing that it's tied into the Valeria Universe. Now, full disclosure, I did do a preview of this game, which you're welcome to check out, my preview video, which you can just click up in the corner there. And we love this game. This is an area control game with fantastic components. Even our prototype copy looked just amazing. What I love the most about this game is you've got a board for a city and you keep putting buildings on it. And as you play, the city grows. It gets more buildings on it and it looks fuller and it just looks awesome. Well, what I am really excited about is seeing the production copy. This is the retail version of Castellans you can go get at your family local game store or your favorite online game store. And I am here to show off the components you get in this. Note, I have not opened this up. I have not seen it. It's still in shrink. So you're probably going to get to see me be a little wowed by some of the stuff in here. So step one is going to be cut the shrink. Then I'm going to tip the camera down and we'll take a look at what you get in Castellans, a Valeria Universe game. So here you have the box for Castellans, the Valeria Universe of Games, and I just quickly show off the sides here. Oh, I missed some shrink. Oh. What I love about this is if you store your games flat, you put it, this way on your shelf. If you store your games the other way, they take care of that too. Always appreciate that. I also dig the amount of iconography they've started to put on their games to tell people about it. Like, it's more than just the player count, right? You got like what types of games it is. Good job on that, Daily Magic. Quick look at the back, which I'm not going to show off much because we're going to show this up. You got to get the idea of how the city kind of grows as you're playing. And again, the game mechanics you'll find in this project and a great little box of talented people behind this. So props to Daily Magic for putting very useful information on their boxes, more than just what you usually get. So here it comes. All right. Rulebook stayed the same shape, interestingly. I thought this rulebook was a little interesting, and when I first saw it, I didn't expect it to be this shape. So we do have the rulebook, and then with it, you also get some background information. So fans of Valeria, you get to learn about this city, the city of Kosk, and the various parts of it. Now, one of the things I did not like in the prototype is that there were kind of game rules hidden in here, where you had the details of different citizens, and from what I understand, that is gone, and that looks to be true. And I got to say, as a fantasy role-playing fan and a fan of fantasy settings, the amount of work that goes into the Valeria series of games always impresses me. Fantastic artwork by the Miko. Anyone who watches our YouTube channel or listens to our podcast knows I'm a huge fan of the Miko. So yeah, just info. It's really awesome. Even the different building pieces, right? Like the windmills you build and the ships and keeps. Some stuff on the outside of the city. Very cool. Lore book only. Very neat. Next, the rule book. It looks a little intimidating. That's a thick book. But this one really isn't that bad. You've got the map of the city. One of the things that is common in all Valeria games is iconography. You're going to recognize some of these, right? Like the blue triangle is mana. The yellow circle with the kind of dots on the edge is gold. That's the same from all their games. One of the things I like about playing games in this series. But there are a ton of icons, but it's a nice sheet to reference them. And then I'm looking forward to these components. These should all be wooden buildings, and that should be a nice dual layer player board. We're really going to go through this quick, showing all the different actions you can take with each building. This is one of the heavier Valeria games in the Valeria series. There are a lot of different options. There's a lot of player agency here and a lot of variability. What's super simple, though, is scoring. For all the options you have, actually figuring out who's winning is pretty simple. What we should also have is solo rules. I knew that was in here. Oh, this is cool. So some little more competition. So to make the game a little more difficult, adding in solo play alternatives, spot for your own house rules. I know some local game designers that would love that. So yeah, so one of the reasons the book's so thick is there's a nice set of solo rules here as well. Oh, there's a box insert. I didn't know there was a box insert. So I have not seen the solo rules. Or at least not these solo rules. All right. We're going to skip the rest of the solo rules. Thank you. I'm so glad to see that icon reference on the back. All right, next is going to be the board. I may have to zoom out to this. Look at this. This box insert. I'm excited. Told you get to see me be excited about this. Board actually looks very similar to what I learned on. Oh, it's so close to fitting. You know what? Instead of switching to me holding this up, I'm just going to kind of pan it around. You got your score track. You've got your guild tracks. Anyone who's played Valeria's, you got my bell. You got the guild tracks here, where you're going to put your tokens and go up as you play guilds. This is going to be the harbor where you're going to have markets. There's going to be cards for sale, which actually used to be at the top of the board. They're now at the bottom, so that's interesting. With the cost for the different people, a round tracker, and then the various regions, you're going to build things with some little reminders of where to place specific pieces. This is a single-sided board. Dual layer player boards. One of the biggest concerns with these is always warping, and yes, there is a very, very small amount. Very small. Like putting this flat on the table was enough weight to stop that from being a problem. So yeah, all of your various buildings are going to slot in here. I do like that they're not color coded by player. That's actually like kind of better, because then anyone can grab any player board. So there's some nice Miko artwork on the back here showing the docks. Look at this. There's a mini rulebook. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so nice. Look at that. Okay. Okay, there's the rest. I'm like, there's 5 player colors, so I play yellow, so I'll show you the yellow pieces, but this is awesome. Like, look at that. All right, we're going to put these off to the side. This is better than I expected. There's literally a little mini rule book for every player. Wow, I've never seen this in a game before. That is very cool. Summary of every action, the harvest action. Fantastic. And then we have the playing pieces. So I'm not going to slot all of them because it'll take too long. But you've got temples. And if you look, everything's silk screened. You can probably bring that up a little closer even, except my camera may not focus on it. So your temples are going to go up here. Oh, and here, it's a nice fit. That's a nice fit. These are special. I'm forgetting the term. I want to call them monuments. You can build. That's why they're in a different color. So if you look, I've got my gate there. I've got my statue. Fits down here. I've got my lighthouse. Fits in here. And these all fit nice and snug. They're not sliding anywhere. Oh, the top one. If you give it too good a shake, they'll come out. But I had to shake that pretty good. Your gates. Oh, this is one of the scoring tokens. These go out on the board. That's why I'm not seeing it. This is one of these buildings. I'm dropping stuff everywhere. That's why you need the dual layer boards, right? Then all the different houses. These are going to go on your boards. Every time you build one of these buildings, you unlock a special ability. What haven't I seen? Windmills. Grab a windmill. Oh, so nice looking. That silk screening is really nice. Windmills are going to go up here. Oh, upside down. All right, you get the idea. I'm not going to pull out every one, but like the little people. I say that, and then I pull out another one. Citizens, they're on here. All these are going to go onto your board. And then eventually you're going to get played onto that city map. You're going to track your various resources with these tokens. So, I can't get them out because I have fat fingers. So, we've got wood, which starts at that spot. We have gold, which starts at that spot. We've got mana. Even these aren't just wood. Like, there's a little bubble in the mana. We've got food, which looks... we had arguments over if this was a tomato or a... I thought they were tomatoes, but it's orange. A pumpkin, or if it was a peach. Now, one of the things that's awesome about this game is it's very accessible to people with vision issues because all the pieces are uniquely shaped. So the houses are a different shape from the temples, which are a different shape from the windmills. Not only that, even your resources. You'll note your wood is not only just a cube, but it's got indents. Like you can feel a bit of the wood grain in it. The stone is a hexagon and there's a couple cuts into it. The food is a weird, I don't know, it's some kind of fruit shape. it's got divots at the bottom, and while the mana is the triangle and the gold is completely round. This is a great thing for people with vision issues. The fact every piece is a unique shape as well as looking awesome because they're silkscreen. So we're going to put the rest of these back into the tray. So the one slight disadvantage is getting my fingers in for some of these. All right, we got all the yellow player stuff. We're going to toss a mini rulebook on there. There's actually a slight divot to the tray to hold that, but I got to say that doesn't work all that effectively. All right, what else we got in here? So again, we've got these for all the player counts. It's a nice insert. Okay. There's a harbor tile that I don't recognize. So first player marker, which is a scepter. The round marker, which is purple. These are green. These are neutral, like castles, keeps that are played when you're playing with low player counts or playing solo. This is for the solo rules, so you get to see the card for, so you actually pick who you want to play against. And there is a number of these, so we'll open this up quick. We'll try to open this up quick. I am not using the knife because this will be resealable. So we have various characters. The Sea Master. The Holy. Oh, this is just, oh, and then a reference. And then on the back of these are more characters, which is kind of awesome. So you got 6 different AI characters here. And then an AI sheet that it looks like a reference sheet for how they score. Now, one thing you find in almost every Valeria game, this one included, again, standalone game, just called Castellans, is custom dice. And dice, you got a standard D6. This is just used when placing these green, which is why it's also green. You roll to see what region they get placed in. But then these are the other dice. Every round you're going to roll these and people are going to draft them to determine what actions they're going to take. These are silk screened and they're lacquered over top, so they shouldn't wear. I'm just kind of flip through them. They are the exact same icons as the actual resources. Now here's where you're going to possibly have accessibility issues because this is not etched at all. This feels like a completely flat die, so someone with vision issues will need someone else to tell them what are on the dice. That's a little disappointing when the wooden components were so good. It's kind of like a mix match there. You've got the awesome wooden components that are unique. I'm surprised they didn't etch these dice in some way that you'd be able to feel what side's which. Now, I do know people are really good at producing things like Braille stickers for issues like that. This is the market deck that goes at the bottom. This looks the same as what we saw in the other version where you are going to have these up and 2 go next to each other, and it kind of sets the prices for the different market for each round. Then we have 2 sets of citizen cards featuring all kinds of Miko artwork. Citizens break the game rules. You can hire citizens and you put them under your board. Failing on putting away stuff. Again, that stuff gets edited out. I will flip through the blue deck and leave the pink deck for people to discover on their own. It's weird because the removable part's on the side and I expect it to be on the top. So we have Miko artwork with abilities. This is every time you take a die, you can spend a resource to get a point. You know, and each of these is referenced in the rule book for what they each do. This is an instant gain a point and 6 gold and so on. You hire these various characters that are going to look familiar for Valeria fans. I don't think it's the same artwork reused, but these are the type of characters you've seen, and you'll note they each have guild symbols in the top corner. So when you hire them, you're going to go up on those tracks. And there is a whole other deck of pink-backed ones as well. There is no duplication. All of them are unique. They just have different types of abilities than on the other ones. So, look at this box insert. This is just, it's blowing me away. Like, these want to slide around, but once I put everything on top, this I still don't have any idea. That might be a solo thing. And I don't know what these shadows are. There you go. There's a secret thing I don't know about, so that might be a solo play thing. There's these like shadow ninja looking people. Cool. That one you can figure out on your own. I love it. Like look at this. Holy cow. I'm glad I recorded this. Like, we were debating not doing an unboxing for this since we've already produced content for this game, but I think it was well worth doing. So thank you, Deanna and Sean, for convincing me to actually do an unboxing of Castellans. Loving it. Loving it. Now I want to play. We're gonna cancel the rest of the unboxings so Deanna and I can go play Castellans. Something I might not have put away quite right because I've got a bit of lift here. That's my fault, not the game's. Everything was nestled in there before. Castellans, a game in the Valeria universe. Don't call it Castellans of Valeria. It was better than I thought. I'll admit it, I'm a Valeria fanboy. I'm a Miko fanboy. I love Miko's art. But those trays are fantastic. Individual player trays already sorted. I just realized something. I didn't punch anything. There was nothing to punch in here. This game's ready to play. Like, we could go in the other room right now. Go play this game. That is awesome. Like, it's just ready to go if you know how to play. Wow. That just clicked in. Yeah, awesome trays and mini rule books for every player. Like, there's some stuff in here Daily Magic did that is absolutely amazing that I would love to see other publishers do. So there you have what you get in the box for Castellans from Daily Magic Games, one of many games in the Valeria Universe of Games, a heavier area majority game about building buildings and unlocking new abilities and then scoring different areas of a growing city that has the fantastic effect of having awesome wooden pieces that you actually put out on a city map and kind of watch the city build up in front of you. Again, we have previewed this one. You can check out our preview. I don't know if I'll throw another link up there, but if I do, it's up there. You can check out our preview at tabletopbellhop.com. You can watch it on YouTube. Great game. Components you see in the preview won't look quite as nice as this, which is why you just got to see the good stuff. Then you can go watch us play with the prototype stuff. So thank you for joining me for this unboxing of Castellans.